The idea of making a brand new Animal Crossing island every time I like a new island theme sounds horrible. I am not built like that at all. I can't just like keep redoing islands every time I see something that I like. So my solution to that was to make a seasonal island and just change up things every time a new season comes around. I built my island from the ground up last year and I put out a spring island tour this year. So if you'd like to see my spring island tour, feel free to check it out. But today, I would like to show you my summer island tour. The last time I showed you guys my island, it was actually a no terraforming, no waterscaping island. This time around, however, I did end up terraforming and waterscaping some things, and I changed a bunch of the island around. I am so excited to share it with you, so let's dive in. My DA is not set for fireworks, but I am going to be doing the island tour with fireworks today. I tried to set my DA during fireworks time. It didn't pop up. It just popped up as regular nighttime. So instead I set it right before sunset. I figured you could get a little bit of like the best of both worlds by watching this tour, which is going to be during the fireworks. And then also if you want to come visit my DA, it'll be set for a different time. Totally different vibe, you know what I mean? The lighting with the fireworks is just so magical. I cannot get enough of it. It is so beautiful. And I wish it would pop up in my dream address. It makes me so sad. We're gonna start off with looking at the map here. If you compare it to the last time I showed you guys my map, it is relatively the same. I didn't change a whole bunch about it, to be honest. There are some areas that are terraformed and waterscaped, and I will show you those later. But this is kind of what it looks like. I use a lot of the in-game pathing to make all my paths. And then for my villagers, I'm gonna just go ahead and get rid of myself. Bye. Most of my villagers are the same, but I did make some changes. So we have Lyman, Gale, Tangy, Norma, Sylvana, Chino, Marcel, and Punchy, which are OGs. And then new residents Toby and Monty. So I think it's time that I give you a little rundown and show you what Tiny Town Squared has to offer. Right when you wake up, you're gonna notice I have all these gifts out here for you. It's a cute little outfit. I took it off of my own back, okay? I was wearing a very cute frog tee and I had a cute little bag and everything, and I decided when I was putting the outfit out that you should have that outfit and I will wear this. I think it looks all right. To the right of my resident services is a seasonal area. I got this idea from somebody on stream and I've stuck with it ever since, but this is just an area that I change up for each holiday. So right now it is all set up for fireworks, kinda. It's fireworksy, summery, I suppose. And then there's some fireworks that you can grab here if you really wanted. And there used to be fireworks and sparklers sitting out, but I guess I forgot to put them out. And I have already updated my DA, so I'm not gonna change it. I have this little area underneath my resident services, so freaking cute. I didn't change really much about it besides the colors because I just loved the concept so much. Since I don't have cherry blossom trees for this DA, I had to change out a bunch of the trees because they were just like plain Jane boring, which is fine, but en masse is sort of bland to look at. So a lot of the trees have been swapped out for coconut and cherry, also other fruit trees, not just cherry. Here's the first big thing that I changed. I waterscaped a big old lake. Well, you can't really see it, but there it is on the left. I made this little boardwalk as well with the Crystal Cat Jacob He Plays designs. You guys know they're my absolute favorite creators, mods and custom codes. My LISS blog also by now should be updated with all of the codes that I am using in this DA. So check that out. That's where I have been putting all my codes. I've been very bad at updating it though, but everything should be good now. There's also a little bag here if you wanted to pick that up. Oh, and a snorkel if you're feeling fun in the sun. But this little boardwalk, I made it into kind of like a little surf shop. I don't know. You guys know I love like boxes. I'm obsessed with that fan. Love her to death. And then just kind of made it a little bit more of a tropical vibe. For the beaches, I like simple beaches, okay? I don't do much to them just because I need space to like go fishing and stuff. And I can't handle it when there's stuff on the beach. I just don't. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. This is my big old lake. Do you like her? I think that she's so pretty. I wish I could have done it bigger and I wish I would have went with like a different perspective, but hey, it's a little too late now. And of course, a little tiny fishing dock, not very functional because rarely ever does a fish spawn like where you can actually fish from the dock. That's okay though. You know, sometimes we live, we laugh, we love, and we learn. I changed up this yard as well. I made it into a little tiki bar, and then we have Toby and Monty that are living here. Also, when you guys come and visit my DA, you'll notice that all of my villagers' houses are done and decorated. So I'm excited to see whose houses you guys can actually go inside of. Making our way towards the entrance here, this little pond was here actually from my island's inception. And so I kept it there and I made this section kind of just a place where I can trade. Keep it really nice and open. I have a storage here so I can access items easily. Oh, also, I have something very fun to show you. Thank God in my Twitch chat there are musical people in there because otherwise I was not going to be able to figure this out. But check out my town tune. It's supposed to be Cool for the Summer by Demi Lovato. Doesn't it kind of sound like it? Da, da, na, 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 na. No. Here, let's try it one more time. I mean, we can't get like the timing exactly correctly, but I think it sounds pretty close. So coming back to our entrance here, I changed this farm up into a pool. This pool code is so amazing. Isn't it so freaking cute? And you can come sit here even in the little pool floaty, which I love and just think is so magical. Flamingos everywhere, by the way. They are an island staple. Changing out all my flowers too, my bushes, my trees, it was quite the hassle, but we did get it done. I have a parking lot right next to my nooks with a little cart queue. And of course, we're dropping off some major product here at Nooks Cranty. Cranty? Okay, anyways. Next to Nooks, I have my Able sisters, all conveniently by the entrance, by the way. I like that. In case anyone wants to stop by and go see Nooks and Ables, they can get there super easily. I did change the color of their scooters out front so that they were scooting in style in the summer. And the park is relatively the same. Some of the item colors have changed, but I love my little vending machines. I can get bells here. And I don't know, I just kind of like this more like city vibe that we got going on in the park. Here's the soccer fields. Play ball, I don't know. We also have my villagers' yards, which are pretty much the same, just because I love the design of them so much. This is Marcel's. Marcel's house inside is a little thrift store, and so out front we have a kind of like a garage sale, yard sale. I suppose, yeah, it says yard sale, so we're gonna call it a yard sale. And next door we have Silvana's house. Silvana has a laundromat out front. Don't know, that was a little bit random of me to think of that, but I want to show you inside her house. Ooh, her house looks so pretty at night, and I love how the fireworks are kind of popping off. I should have just set my DA at night. You know, if I change that, don't be mad at me. I might. Wow, this is just so freaking pretty in here. Good job, Silvana. I love your house. You did just such amazing work in the place. Since I have a laundromat out front, I figured, oh, maybe Silvana's like obsessed with clothes or something. So I gave her a nice big beautiful closet in the back, and then of course a little kitchen. I don't know. I kind of did amazing with my villager houses. I hope you check them out. And the last house in the neighborhood over here is Lyman's. Lyman is one of my very first villagers. He is my first jock. Him and Mira lived here, but I had to get rid of Mira. I just didn't vibe with her. But this is Lyman's front yard. He's a plant guy. Plant jock, you know. Behind Nook's Cranny, I also have another loading station for all sorts of product. And then we're gonna head up here. This is my mini orchard so that I always have access to all the fruits, a crafting station, a little drink snack station, another ABD as well. Always gotta have access to that many honey. And then we're kind of leading into my house here. Do you think it's a good time to go give a nice little tour? The first time I put my island up, I did not do my house. It was just such an overwhelming task. There was no way I was gonna get it done. So I decided to put my DA up without decorating the house, and this time I actually did it. If you'd like to see how I did it, I did make a huge video, very big, 34-minute long video where I did every room in my house. But for now, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Here we go. Welcome to my humble abode. I have changed a couple things from the last video in the house. I added a little fish tank there with an octopus. I don't know why, I just thought it was cute. This is my living room. I think we did a pretty good job decorating this room. God, I just love it. How it's all separated and everything. I think it looks really nice. Let me show you the actual living space. space back here. This is the couch and the little TV. And of course we got music playing. It looks so cool. In love with that patchwork sofa. I love the warm glow in this room with the fireworks. God, it's just so much more magical. I'm just freaking obsessed with it. I think it looks so nice. And then this little thing back here, I don't know, we just kind of had to throw something together there. Let's visit all of our rooms. So this is our kitchen. One thing I did forget was to put some sort of music in here, kind of like awkwardly quiet, but you know, I just have to say, this one really came together. We pulled through. This was a struggle room for me, but I think it looks really nice. So we have a little kitchen over there, a couple little places where we can have little sits, some storage, of course. I don't know. I have a very specific aesthetic that I like. I like clutter. I like the Japanese inspired islands and rooms. I love colors. Like that's just the kind of person that I am. And cardboard box is probably my favorite item in this game. Just have to say that, have to throw it out there. It's my whole personality. This is the bathroom. I actually didn't end up changing anything about the bathroom like I said that I would. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, you know, it's okay that it feels a little empty because at least it feels like tranquil and peaceful in here. Love the little gyroids in the bathtub with the bottles. So cute. You can do that by putting them on the wall and then they'll appear in the bathtub, both the bottles and the gyroid. This is the other side, and then I totally forgot to put something on this wall and I'm just now remembering that again. All right, we're gonna leave. My bedroom, I love it. It's not my most favorite room, even though it should be, but it is kind of banging. I love it. I'm just obsessed with every piece of furniture that's in here. I think it all just looks so good together. I have my own little closet over there. I know, copying Silvana much, right? All my favorite things are in this room. I got a picture of Punchy, the Robot Synth album, all my Sanrio stuff that I love. Keroppi is my new favorite Sanrio character, but I also got a little bit of Palm. This room is just cute, 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 cute. I feel like I'm gonna want to change all this stuff in the fall, but like, truthfully, is she not perfect how she is? We'll see. It would make me so sad if I did end up changing all this stuff. I don't know. Because it is very summery, but it's just perfect. All right, here we go. Here is a banger. This is the gift shop upstairs. I wanted to make a little tropical gift shop. So we've got like ice cream, shirts, flowers. You can buy groceries here. I don't know. Just like such an amazing concept. I think it turned out literally perfect. And then this side is my little crafting area as well. So I can come in here, craft. I have access to the little storage shed, which I think is more convenient to have a storage shed in the house just because it's way easier to like put items in storage that way. And then ABD, of course, so I can get my money. I am obsessed with how this room came out. I think it just looks so pretty. I made all these rooms from concepts that I lovingly am dubbing mood cubes. It's not like original or anything, but I made these 4x4 rooms using the room sketch app here. And I'll show you a picture of the concept of this room. So basically I just made a little square, and from that I was able to like get an idea of what I wanted to do up here without like decorating the whole thing and then having to go look for every single item. I just get overwhelmed when I try to do it that way. So I made a little cube, and then the cube concept turned into this. Not bad, you guys. I think we did a pretty good job. The last room is an all-time favorite. Now this one I would be really sad if I ended up changing. I don't know if I will, but it's possible because she's just so summer pilled. But this is my little underground tropical bar. I love it. Look at my drunk little gyroids just partying it up over there. I think we like totally destroyed, absolutely murdered this concept. It is just so and then on this side over here is pool games, stuff like that. Oh, but look at this little clutter wall. I love that corner. And this corner we ended up putting bathrooms just because I did a mood cube for this room as well. And this is essentially what was in the mood cube. And I was like, how do I even fill the rest of the space? Like, this is too much space. So hence the bathroom. She came. She was conjured. Yeah, I don't know. This room is just like absolute perfection to me. I really don't think we could have done any better. A+ plus. Are you proud of me for actually doing the house? I didn't think that it was possible. Truthfully. I'm glad I actually stuck with it and I followed through. But here we have just like a little plaza, and then up here is my museum. Oh yeah, I always forget that. Essentially the same sort of vibe as the spring version, but changing out the flowers helped a lot. And now I have two Brustoids, one that was a gift and one that I actually got myself. They are just hooting it up over there. What did I end up doing on my peninsular? Oh yeah, these are actually roach graves for all the roaches that I killed in my house. Not all of them, actually. There's only 2 dig spots, but you can fit a lot of roaches in a hole, let me tell you. No, chat loves to shame me for killing my roaches, even though it's always an accident most of the time, unless I'm doing a video, because then I get kind of embarrassed that there's roaches in my house. Up this little incline is a seating area, cutesy little tile. And then this is where all of my fossils, my gyroids, this is where my money spot spawns. It's great. It all happens in one place. And you know how I do it? It is with a little trick, if you're not familiar, called the transparent tile trick. So I meticulously plan my Animal Crossing islands, right? Like I'm kind of crazy about it. It's just my thing. It's something that I like to do. On every spot that there is not like an item, a weed, a tree, a bush, a flower, a custom design, there is a transparent tile, except for this little tiny square that I'm standing on. All of that area, that dirt spot, totally empty. So that is where everything spawns. It makes it so convenient. I can just hop on and do my dailies so quickly. It is a lifesaver. Also, what's really great about the transparent tile, which I'm gonna make red so that you can see what it looks like when it's not transparent, is that my flowers and my weeds don't like duplicate like crazy. So yeah, check it out. There is all of the red tiles. You can kind of see they're in like really random spots, but it's in a lot of spots where I'm like, I just don't want flowers or weeds to be here. And then also it makes it so convenient so that I can have this spot where everything spawns. I don't know. I think it's a nice little Animal Crossing pro tip. Since this is like my forever island, of course I'm gonna spend time doing something like that. Like I don't plan on ever resetting or deleting this island, and so this is it, you guys. For me, I think it's very useful. For others, you might think I'm super ridiculous, but I'm gonna change this back to a transparent square so that my island is pretty, and then we're gonna move on. Headed down to my flower field. It was a beautiful spring flower field, of course, during the spring DA, but right now it's actually a flamingo flower field, and it's very summerified. Gosh, all the fireworks too, it's lighting it up so stinking pretty. Jeez, this is gorgeous. I just kind of added like a bunch of summer flowers, what I deem to be summery flowers, just because they're so like poppy and bright. Of course, we've got flamingos here too, lots and lots of flamingos. That was not an original LISS idea, by the way. Somebody gave me that idea in chat, and we changed this to be just like a summer picnic. So super simple changes, you know, it's nothing too wild and wacky. I'm gonna head this way so that I can show you guys this whole side. Yeah, summery items. So we've got some ice cream there, and I don't know, vending machines. Those were always there, though I can't really claim that those are summer. This was always kind of summery, this little section near our campsite. I didn't change this at all because it actually works perfect for the summer. Campsite, nothing changed about the campsite except for the flowers and the custom designs. Still have a little watering hole up here so I can catch my cliff top pond river fish or whatever the heck. Haven't caught many. Oh, surprise. Mermaid bed DIY, that's definitely in my DA. Super cool. Headed down from the campsite area is this construction site. I just liked it so much that I didn't want to get rid of it. I don't know, I thought she was super pretty, and I like the construction items. I wanted to make sure to use them just because they're such cool items that they added in the 2.0 update. Like, why wouldn't I put them on my island and make a whole construction area? It might perpetually be under construction, but it could change in the fall. This is still my lookout, so you can look out on the sea here. It's one of my favorite sections though, because I didn't ever really know what I was gonna do with this big long strip, and then it came to me. Look out. Up here is still the path to my secret beach down there. So pretty. I just love showing people my island too, because like obviously this was a lot of work, and it turned out just so mwah. Magnifico. This is one of my favorite sections of the island, is my neighborhood here. She is never changing. It looks perfect. But I did change up this yard. This is Shino's yard. She had a very cherry blossomy thing going on, and I decided to change it up just a little bit to have some more summer colors. So instead of everything being pink, it's a little bit more like red. The inside of her house is totally pinked out, but I just kind of figured I wanted the outside to match my island a little more. So me. This is Punchy's yard, of course. Punchy and I are in the same vein. We like the same stuff. All of those items. Perfect. I don't know. He's my boy. And then my fave, Tangy's house, of course. Tangy has a super cute farmer's market in her front yard. I really like the inside of their houses too, but I can't show them to you because they are doing fireworks right now. Love this little park, and of course I have a basketball court. The fence item, this thing, amazing. I use her everywhere. Like, I cannot help it. There's nothing better. This is my food truck parking lot that I made. It was kind of hard trying to like make it into a summery thing because during the spring it had like the most perfect colors. But this is what it looks like for the summer. The car colors and like everything has changed. And instead of it being an ice cream stand, it's now hot dogs. Oh, I should have gotten hot dogs to put down here. I don't know if there is a hot dog item, but I should have done that. Rip. Okay, next time. This is a gas station. Some of the things have changed about it. It's not so cluttery. I just noticed that like this part of my island in particular lags a lot. So I really toned it down with like the amount of items here. I think the car might take like a lot out of your console. I don't know. Having so many cars in one proximity, I feel like is doing something. So I took out a lot of the clutter and I wanted to just make it a little more simple because it was really bad. But up here, I couldn't change a thing. Look how perfect. You can tell she's like a little bit more springy in this 7-Eleven, but do I care? No, because I actually think she's perfect and I wouldn't change a damn thing. Oh, look at Gail up here. She's just screaming at the fireworks. Go Gail. Gail and Norma live here. In my game, they are canonically together. They're a thing. And so they have their houses right next to each other and then they share a yard. I just changed up their colors a little bit, even though like I think the spring colors of flowers would look way better here, like how it was. I didn't want it to like not match my island. Oof. So yeah, of course I had to add summer flowers. Over here, I wanted to make sure I had just like one patch of vegetables so that if I needed to craft food, I guess cook food, that I wasn't like left without vegetables. Okay, so I had to keep one farm. I kept the little one. And then I thought, well, it's kind of weird if I take out the little wheat field farm and just kept this farm, so it's the same. And then the farmer's market, she like really didn't need any updating. I think it works super good. And so with that, that's all I really have to show you today for my island tour. It might not be super exciting that like most of it is the same, but I still really like it. I think that there is something to be gained with just doing a seasonal island, and it is my time and my energy. I don't want to like redo my island all the time just because I love how it looks, like genuinely. And so if I can keep it the same, like, and just do what I like I love that. And I think I did a pretty freaking good job for summer. It still looks like Tiny Town, but of course it's been totally overhauled and updated with like summery things. I hope you guys will come and visit. If you want, come visit Tiny Town Squared. Come take some pics and check it out. The DA is not during the fireworks, unfortunately, which makes me so sad because I love how this is looking with all of the fireworks going off and everything. Ooh, that would have been so pretty. But I think the island has a totally different vibe when you come during the day. So feel free to stop on by. I've got to give a big, huge thank you to everybody who has inspired me for Tiny Town Squared. That being people like Remo, Crystal Cat, Jacob, Oh He Plays, everybody who has commented and like given me ideas. Thank you. It was such a struggle trying to build this island up, and I know it's going to be a struggle again when I have to do it in the fall because I have literally nothing in here planned. It's gonna be a nightmare because I actually really like how it looks right now, but of course I want to update it for the fall. What are we gonna do? I don't know. Give me some fall suggestions so I can kind of start getting some ideas moving. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to come hang out with us on Twitch. We are streaming. Next couple weeks, I am gonna be taking off from a couple of things just because I'm gonna be moving. I don't know when this is all gonna look different, but probably next month. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when I get around to like filming more videos in the new place. Follow me on everything. I hope you're having a good day and you continue to do so, and I will see you in the next one.